Do you know a dental practice reception that looks like this, or this, or even this? How about if in an instant you had a way of imagining the space like this, or even this? Fresh remodeling ideas, photo-realistic, mapped onto your existing space in just a few clicks. Well, keep watching and I'll show you exactly how, for free, you can achieve this using ChatGPT's new image feature. But first, ask yourself, what feeling do you get when you walk into a dated reception area? Does it seem like you're maybe stepping into a time machine? And not the good type either that takes you into the future. I'm talking about the kind that drops you right slap bang in the middle of the 1980s. Yes, truth is, an outdated reception area could be costing your dental practice thousands in lost patients every single year. Let me explain how. I'm Briando, this is Dentibot, and in today's video, I'm going to be discussing another strategy for practice modernization. It's about how smart dental practices can really transform their tired old reception area into a stunning, patient-attracting space without breaking the bank, that is, all with technology. And stick around because if you're thinking about remodeling your reception in the near future, I've got an invaluable free resource that's going to save you countless hours of research, of planning, and sleepless nights thinking about what matches with what within your budget. So let's dive in. Now, if you've ever thought about giving your reception a facelift, you already know the problem. It sounds simple, yes, but it can be almost like a rabbit hole. You start out thinking, maybe we'll just freshen up with a little bit of a paint job here and there. And 2 weeks later, you're buried under flooring samples, light fixtures, counter designs. Your team members are giving you 27 different conflicting opinions, and budgets are ballooning faster than a waiting room full of nervous patients. If not handled the right way, it's going to be exhausting, overwhelming, and expensive. And who wants that? No. And here's where it really stings. You could be spending money without boosting growth. And that's terrible. The question all strategic thinking dentists want to know is, what is the ROI? What's the return on investment for all this outlay? Many practices remodel and patients barely even notice. Or worse, they notice the dust, the noise, the chaos, and end up leaving a 1-star review for you. Just doesn't seem fair. And meanwhile, your competition just down the road, who made smarter upgrades, they're getting compliments and referrals and 5-star reviews. And here's the thing, you don't want to go wrecking team morale. Let's be real. Most dental teams are already juggling multiple tasks all at once. We covered this in a previous video. Now add renovation dust, noise, a half-missing front desk, and confused patients asking, where do I check in? It wears people down. Stress goes up, smiles go down, and at the end of the day, you still need your front desk as the key interaction point other than the dental chair. It's where your admin team nurtures the patient relationship and of course confirms those all important new treatment plans, right? Your front desk staff can't just hide behind that temporary tarpaulin while work's in progress. That just won't do. And here's the thing, you can end up with a space you don't even like. After all that money, after all that drama, you look around and you think, it's okay, I guess. It can be heartbreaking because you wanted modern dental reception design, not just updated enough to not be embarrassing. And when it does go wrong, you don't want to do it again. You just end up kind of tolerating it for the next 10 years while your practice slowly feels like it's going backwards. So how do you avoid this trap? Well, first of all, real quick, if you're even thinking about updating your reception, I've put together a free room transformation prompt sheet. It's packed with 50 of the latest interior design ideas you can apply to any room, whether it's your reception, your back office, break room, wherever you want a fresh start. It's super simple, it gives you an instant inspiration, and it'll help you avoid the outdated look that just sends patients running. Grab it now, it's the first link in the description below, and I'm going to show you how to use it in just a second, so don't worry. But first of all, let's get the foundations right and discuss what small practices are doing differently. Firstly, focus on high impact zones as a priority. Instead of gutting your entire reception area, smart practices identify the 20% of changes that create 80% of the visual impact. Your reception desk, for example, it's the centerpiece of your waiting area. A fresh, modern desk can completely transform the entire feel of your space. Replace that old, outdated, cluttered counter with a sleek, modern, ergonomic design. Secondly, upgrade the experience, not just the decor. Technology really does boost perception, and fast. Think self-check-in tablets or self-check-in via mobile phone, automated patient reminders, quiet, subtle sound systems that lower anxiety. Smart dental practices really prioritize flow and feeling, not just looks. And remember that tech upgrades can often happen with much less downtime and disruption. Another high impact zone, your lighting. Outdated fluorescent fixtures scream old school dental office. Switching to modern LED panels or pendant lighting can instantly modernize your space for a fraction of the cost of structural changes. It's amazing how the right lighting can completely change the mood of a room. And last but not least, create your own future state mock-up for free. This is a pro tip, and you don't even need to start from scratch anymore. You can now use the ChatGPT 4o image generation feature. Yes, the same one that everybody's been using for the past month to create Studio Ghibli selfies. But you're going to be different. You're going to use ChatGPT in a far more powerful way to help you reimagine your reception completely free. This is how it works. Open up ChatGPT, upload a photo of your current reception, paste in a strong visual design prompt. Don't worry, just steal the example that I've given you in the cheat sheet. Something like this. Select the style, copy, paste the explanation, and you can even include some lighting details for that final touch. And in seconds, kaboom! You get a future state render with the same dimensions as your current room. Same location of the walls, the floor, the ceiling, the windows, the doors, everything, apart from the important aspects that you want to change. And you can even tweak sections you're not happy with. Let me show you how. Once an image is generated, click to enlarge. Hit the selection button and simply say what you want to change. And there you have it. None of the specialist prompt knowledge required by some of the other generative art models out there today. No tokens to buy, as this comes bundled on the free tier of ChatGPT. No expensive design retainer needed just to see a rough idea. But what next? Take your favorite selection of images from those that you've just generated and hand it to your local designer or contractor as a starting point. It gives them a real sense of your vision without needing 6 rounds of back and forth. It saves time, it saves energy, and potentially saves you thousands in design fees. But bear in mind, the render might not be the only thing that your local builder needs to get the job done. Inside this week's free download, I've included a basic checklist of what you still need to supply to your contractor. Measurements, materials ideas, basic compliance checks. And if this seems like a little bit too much hassle for you, this could be the place where you do get a professional designer involved. Importantly, you're not wasting time and money painting this picture of this future state image that you have in your head, not needed anymore. What you do is you do the heavy lifting, but with the help of ChatGPT's image gen. It's now easy peasy. This combination of a strong, professional, lifelike visual plus a smart checklist can be the difference between wild guesswork and a clear, simple plan. A plan that helps make sure your reception remodeling gets finished the way you want it to be, when you want it, at the price you've agreed. And remember, in our last video, we talked about how smart practices are really protecting their online reputation with Google reviews. Well, guess what? First impressions, like your reception, heavily influence what patients write in these reviews. Reception, remodeling, and reviews growth, often two different sides of the same coin. So if you want to stop wasting money on remodeling your reception in a way that doesn't move the needle, that generates zero ROI, if you want a reception that feels outstanding, not outdated, grab the free room transformation prompt sheet just below. It's a way to achieve a big visual impact without a big budget. And if you're serious about making your entire patient journey more modern, more profitable, and more effortless, apply for a free practice modernization strategy call with me. The link's also in the description below. Together we'll map out a smarter, tech-driven upgrade that doesn't just look good. It's going to work hard for you behind the scenes. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and share with a dentist friend. I'm Briando, and I'll see you in the next video.